So it's starting to get cold, and I will tell you what, my hands start to get very cold when I'm using my computer, especially my hand when I'm using my mouse, when I'm gaming, when I'm browsing the web, pretty much anything, especially in the morning. What's up, everyone? This is Carl from Techful Goodies, and I am going to show you what I purchased here, which is a mini heater for my desk. My goal in this was to find a very slimline, easy heater that I could use in the mornings. I could switch it on, switch it off, and basically be ready to keep my hands warm. So we're going to open this today, give it a test, see how it works, and hopefully I found a solution to my problem. I tried to use something like this previously, but you can see it's pretty big, pretty bulky, and I just don't think it would work out on my desk for long term, especially by the fact that it's sort of pointing in an upward direction and doesn't really point toward my hand. So this is the Safety Energy Saving Heater Mini Portable Room Office Desktop Electric Fan Heater Air Warmer Black. Yeah. Those Amazon titles are crazy nowadays. As you can see from the picture here, it basically is a small little heater with a little stand that you can use. I believe there's a fan on the bottom. We'll check that out to see how that works. And apparently a 1-year warranty, but you know, for around 20 bucks, I couldn't go ahead and pass this up. So let's open her up. So in the box, you have the heater, and a separate box, which I'm assuming is the power plug. So it's a pretty basically designed heater. Let's pull it out of this plastic. You also have what looks to be a heater instruction, which I'm not going to use. And this is it right here. So on the front, we have a power button. And on the back here, it looks like this is where the heat comes out. There is also a fan on the bottom. I guess this is for the intake of the air to blow out from the front. And we have a little kickstand of some sort, which, did I break it already? No. Basically a kickstand that allows you to elevate this at a certain angle based on where you want the air to blow. I'm kind of hoping that I might be able to use it in this configuration, which is upside down, so that when I'm using a mouse on my desk, I'll be able to have a little bit of warmth to keep my hand warm. But we'll check that out here in a second. So in the box, we have a standard power cable, probably about a 4.5 foot, actually it looks like about a 4.5 foot long power cable. And sorry, little guy. And it should just plug right here into the back. So as far as the use and functionality of this, it looks like it's pretty straightforward. So let's give it a try. And we'll talk a little bit more about the specs of the heater, the output, and how it works here in a minute. Let's go ahead and turn it on so I can burn both of my hands instantly. Okay, so it looks like there's basically just a standard universal port in the back here. Easy to plug in, no issue there. I'll start it on the kickstand mode at first, and then we'll adjust it later. I think the kickstand is most definitely there to make sure that we don't impede any air coming in and out of the heater itself. All right, she's on. And so far the noise is barely noticeable. I can definitely hear it. It's just a little bit of sound from the fan coming from the bottom. As far as the heat or the temperature coming out of here so far, well, that's actually pretty nice. I think as far as, you know, warming up your hands or warming up a small area, so far pretty good. But let's go ahead and give it a couple seconds here to warm up. And then I have my thermometer here. It's a digital thermometer, and we'll attempt to at least measure what type of temperature is coming. And while this is warming up, looking at the specs, the material on the outside is ABS. The voltage is 110 volt and the power is 200 watts. It says that there are 2 modes, which I guess are on and off. They have this measured at about 4.76 by 2.9 inches by 1.3 inch, and it's pretty light. So at this point in time, I think we're up at full temperature. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy up right here. We'll check first in Celsius. Let's see if I can actually get a reading from this. So as you can see, we're at about 80 degrees Celsius and still climbing. And that's right at the exit point of the heat. So there we go, about 81, 82 degrees Celsius. And it's 181 degrees Fahrenheit. So that is a good amount of heat coming out. You definitely don't want your hands right next to the output port. If I back it up just a little bit here, we are clocking right at around 94 degrees Fahrenheit. That's probably about 5 or 6 inches away, and 34 degrees Celsius. So in terms of the feel, let's go ahead and give it a try. If I stick my hand right here, yes, I am starting to have flesh fall from my hand, so I need to move it back a little bit. I'd say about here is probably the right distance. I think it's got about this wide of a heating cone coming out of it. So let's see, what's my best bet for using this when I'm using my mouse? Because I'm concerned that if I'm using my mouse like this, the little kickstand is not actually going to allow my hand to heat up. So let's give it a try in a different situation. Let's go ahead and toss it right here on the table, leaving the fan upward with the warm air kind of coming across. Oh, that's nice. If there's no issue with running this thing upside down, I think I might have a winner. In fact, it's pretty darn warm from just this far away. I might have to have it a little bit further away. And a little bit further away will allow the air to kind of envelop where I'm using my mouse at, depending on where I'm using it at the time. Oh, that's great. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm going to leave this on for a few minutes, fast forward, and see exactly how it goes. If the desk gets too hot, if there's any issue with surrounding areas, then I'll let you know. Okay? So far, with the air that's coming from this heater, the desk is not getting hot at all. At least I'm not feeling it. I'm still having a good amount of air coming out over here at my mouse. So as far as the usability and functionality of what I needed this for, I think that we're set. Like I said, you can always use the little kickstand if you want. Let's check and see if there's, let me turn it off. Let me check and see if there's any other angles at which this might work. Nope, I think the kickstand pretty much just works fully open or fully closed. And one thing I definitely want to note about this heater is typically when you get a space heater like this, you'll have an emergency shut off. If it falls off of the desk, there's usually a button or something that allows you to be able to automatically have the heater shut off if there is an emergency situation. That's one thing to consider with this heater, is that this does not, at least from what I can tell. But all in all, as a small little desk gadget that we can use when our hands get cold, especially during those long gaming sessions or especially during those long computer sessions, I think this is going to be a great winner and maybe something I might purchase as a stocking stuffer for somebody. So all in all, I'm going to go ahead and give this a thumbs up. I think it's a great little heater. I will report back at some point in time and let you all know exactly how long this lasted. Who knows? Maybe I'll use it for 3 weeks and all of a sudden it'll stop working. But I'll give you that update if something goes wrong. Make sure you check out the community tab. That's where I kind of discuss these sorts of things. And we can discuss all the stuff that we reviewed and maybe stuff looking forward. And again, if you enjoyed this video, helped you out, just drop on down and hit a like for me. I really appreciate that. It's the easiest thing you can do to just let somebody know that you like the video. And it would be super awesome if you went ahead and just clicked subscribe and came along with me on this journey and enjoyed all the products that I'm reviewing. And again, this is the mini heater. I'll put the link down in the description below. And it looks like we've got a winner. And again, this is Carl from Techful Goodies, and I'm out.